Time frame, time calculations, time modified line center interference location to its avatar system. Just coming off on all levels of live on TikTok locations. There's a lot new viewers, which is fantastic. It's great to see that everybody's waking up that system locations. It doesn't matter how many programs you set your position locations, you are in the matrix until you awake. It's very hard to get out of it now because the synchronicity airline center in position location is in all levels at 2.5 million door dimensional setting that's locked in division. Space-time line connection position, all levels its moon of its program of its projection, the projection location to projecting. It's calculated and modify all level system locations. So it's important to get out of the matrix of activation. So questions or comments, make sure they're afterwards. We got a highline center interference going on in position of friction. Sonar, highlight center, sonic boom, and inline interference, position location calculations. It's important to understand the galaxy line system and how it all allocates position of time through space. So it's very powerful how yesterday I was going through all levels of ethers. It's really, really powerful how you really get into position of travel. You actually see yourself there. You actually see everything. Your whole body sees everything what you're doing when you're traveling into space. It's so amazing when you see yourself in all levels because what you're seeing is no longer an illusion. It's the reality of you. So it's no longer a dream. You're just living the now. The physical line lives the now, which is 1%. Everything in space is the mind of confusion. You just got to find the balance. That's all you have to do. It's the physical line. This is the physical line, but everything centers the position to the heart reactor. It opens up all calculation modifications to signals, right? But it's important you understand what the avatar is to all direction locations, to all timeline interference, to all modified line position locations, to a simulation line conditions. You're not living in the simulation. You are the simulator of its game, of its simulation. You have to learn how to control it because these are levels of boards and games that every single time you're waking up, you're in a different simulator, all right? The simulated process locations is everything in obstacle course line conditions. You have to truly know how to use these position locations without ringing ears. I got ring line centers. What am I going to do? You know, my eyes are flapping. What am I going to do? Right? My neck hurts, my back hurts, it's all reactions of you through the avatar, not understanding the information that's given to you through energy. Your track line centers, anything calculations, the rebellion, and the GPL are extremely informative, but they're still learning who they are. And this is a process that takes time. So everything that you give me has no reference to you until you get out of the matrix. Okay? Because everybody's still asleep in hibernation. It makes sense when they have calculation line conditions. The physical line's not asleep. It's the avatar, people. You have to understand the reference and everything position location to its calculation is all levels of GOD. The geometrics, okay, the geometry and location to its connection, the geographical line conditions of travel, your GPS lock line condition position locations, all levels, the perception to its operation to connection of the AI, the awareness of its information system, the highlight channel of its connection all levels of its information to its intel connection levels of its data process line connections, the input line track system, the input high interference line position calculations. It's all positioned from you from inside its heart system. All right. High energy lights, high program setting, high position location to calculation. That's program line standard position location, all levels of its avatar, of its conception of memory, interface location, interlock line center, interdimensional line system to its position, which is all levels of its avatar of understanding, right? So today we're going to go into all levels of North systems, okay? It's a reference of you, but you have to understand the diamond core line center of the clocking location to its connections. You have to understand the 24 signal, 48, 72, and 144, right? So each day we're going to go into a different level. Today we go into the North Star system. Now the North Star system is trying to understand how we set things up through a Brownian atmosphere. Now Brownian atmosphere is all position locations where you can take all levels of time capacitor and change timelines and reset something back in 5-10 minutes. Something that happened, you can change your thought, change the reducting line center, and say, whoa, this is great. What I just finished doing, I can retract and do it all over again and do something different. So it's amazing what you can do through timelines when you understand your thought recognition of time position. It opens up all levels of its avatar of its understanding. That's a true understanding when you come into all levels. So try to use all levels of space as north just as a reference, okay? Because you get confused if you understand the conditions of how to use your jumping line center or anything through operation or anything through your directions of time system. Okay, don't get confused. The dimensions. It's a 12-track line center that humanity has to truly understand how to travel through the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, and 12th of its conscious system. Now, once it goes up to the higher conscious system, the brainwave pattern changes its position of acceleration Mach line system keys to its connections. You all start off with the activation line center into 100,000 ground line interference locations of a playground. Now, you can use that through all level system rotation to its calculations and get to know your avatar memory. Now, when you go to higher program line center, you come in more into the disciplinary line system location to its calculations. You get into your mantras, you get into your meditation graph line system, you get in your simulation graph interference, you get in your program line center, you get in your activation graph connections, you get into formation of your avatar of memory that's stored in its cloud interface. Okay. So it's amazing when you understand more of memory of you because you understand, whoa, I'm not questioning my value anymore, or who I am, or anything through calculations. I know exactly who I am when I get up. I know exactly who I am when I recharge my system of its avatar. Because you're not sleeping, you're recharging. There's a difference. You're never sleeping. The mind never sleeps. It never, 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 never sleeps. It's always, 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 always moving faster. Faster, 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 faster. So the faster you spin, the more you remember, right? So it's kind of like you see in a hologram structure, a position location that's just a center dot high system of a point location to 36 billion trillion line centers of particle line connection. Now, how is that all calculated to its avatar system of indifference? You have to understand the position location when it comes in photons, protons, electrons, and neutrons, and how to use it through the heart soul position locations. I see calculations on TikTok and so many formation form aligned center connections, and they see nothing but a book text and nothing in relation to the heart soul of its avatar to its position. So how do you understand anything through book text if you haven't traveled through the avatar of space and time? So you have to truly understand how you can go through wall center position locations, gravity line interference time position location calculations, time factors, time capsules, time interference line positions, Millenian status quo interference line position, channel line connections, orbit interference lines, interdimensional line connections, interface position location calculations. It's all positioned from inside the heart system. As long as you stay in the heart system, you're doing well, right? As soon as you go off, you're in the spacing of the brain center, which is confusing to the anomaly. And now you're confusing. There's a lot of electronic interference. It's going to go back in position. Now it's back in position. So it's understand the computer and how fast and trapped all the locations to its calculation modification signals, right? So just try to use it as vibration. That's how the avatar communicates anything. Energy, vibration, frequency, harmonic resistance, channels everything through calculation modification line conditions. All right, so we're going to go to North Star Line Center in position locations, travel position locations. All right, so I really want you guys to get to understand how to use your chord reference in positions of north. All right, Airbender can help you out. Opposition to Rebellion can help you out. GFL can help you out. You can help each other out. It's all positioned through the avatar. Remember, no level of imagination to its correlation line condition, panel interference location of computer operationalized center. Why is that I travel so fast? It's because my thought position locations understands balance to everything, the male and the female aspects of the location to its connections. It's all positioned to the grounds, the power of the amps, locations of time. In position location, timeline interference, because my physical line is always in the now. Hooah. All right. So try position locations. Now, we're going to go through all levels of connections of Olympus. Okay. We're going to see the Greek gods. We're going to see the demigods. We're going to see Socrates' channel, interference line, position, keys, calculations. Modify signal locations, gods, goddesses, angels, archangels, opposition location calculations. They're going to set up obstacle courses for you to understand your geometry line center, how to go through all level positions, geographical line connections to your geometrics. The geometry line center, the geometrics of its operation due directions, understand all levels of your system to its operation, to its avatar system. Okay, so this is going to be a lot of fun. All right, so I get to set code line center location position, all levels of the observation line interference and everything program setting. In position, I got a lot of stability here. Bringing down position location calculations, wireline centers and computer operation line position, traveling through glitches on a high position line connection. All right, release position location on stability. Coming in position locations, back in calculations. All right. So we're going to go to high line center of Olympia. Olympus line position, calculation all division, a lot of stability and interference. In position, traveling to all levels of U through calculations. So center positions, back in calculation. There's a lot of stability here, track center. All right, so we're going to go to high line center interference, program center position location and calculations. All right, so we're going to go loop-de-loop-de-loop, high position location and calculations. All right, in position location. All right. So understanding travel, time center, and interference location to its calculation. Right? Bringing track line centers back in calculation. Interline its position to its calculations. Modify signal to its position locations. All right, so we have the ground line center interference, rotation center position, and calculation modification systems. All right, so there's a lot of stability here. All right, how's everybody doing? Okay, so we're going to center up position line centers to North Star. All right, we're going to green circle location to its connections. All right, setting up the ground, setting up the powers of U, and setting up the atmospheres of location to its connections is the most important understanding. All right, this is Olympus. This is the position of the power line center in position of ground interference. Okay. I see all the templates. Change them wins. Okay, you guys are getting all level condition interference. So you try position locations already. All right, so we're going to go to the North Star line center. Change the coloration interference and position of your calculation line conditions. All right, so we got the north channel right there. There's the north channel. In position location, track line center, position location to its connections. All right, see? All right. So it's still going, still traveling, high line center. As long as you see me, we're okay through high system. All right, the rotation center position is going to go through fluctuation channels. All right. Yeah, we go into the center up its position to the flux capacitor line channel rotation to its calculations. All right. Now, that's going to go into in rotation center. Okay, we're going to travel through this. It's going to be really interesting. It's going to go through this position. All right, so operation signal location, the observers, high position, is going to go through Orion's belt. They're going to get more to understand more of the avatar line center, especially the new viewers that come in position. High level systems of the GFLs and everything, the GFA line center connection, the levels of the rebellion. It's going to go into Olympus in position locations, North Star line center and activation system. All right, trial position location, code line signals and activation line connection. In position location, right? So you travel. Set up a security line defense and rotation center in position to calculations, right? Into 12 sequence. You really have to get formation line balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 position locations and travel position line connections, right? It's amazing how you travel through all position locations of the grounds, your flux capacitor to a new position of the earth line position, to its atmosphere line position, okay, to its Olympus, okay, 40 minutes. Have fun. All right. It's amazing how the rebellion and the GFL knows exactly, has a pretty good idea where they're going before they're going. So it's pretty amazing. So there's a lot of stability here, but that will even out. The computer configuration line positions of its Arger in the line center, and its IPA will come back in position of balance. So, all right, so let's see here. Okay, getting into communication at all levels, how to put yourself position locations of the geometries of you, the geometrics of you, and the geographical system. Why it's so important to understand all levels of you through gods, because you're all gods of operation of light. It's better to know how to understand the training, how to travel through the avatar system, right? So, but it's amazing how you travel, right? And if the solar flares don't come in, something is not connecting. So it's important the computer really understands what's going on through its position, right? All right. Water's getting. All right. I'm saying hi to everybody. Grand Rising, Jill, Elaine, Frontier, Steph, Nikki, Devon, Aesthetics. How you doing? For all the new viewers, welcome. Just get into your program setting, the avatar memory. That's all you have to do. Focus on you. Don't focus on anybody else. Have fun. Open your eyes. You can open your eyes, you see more, but if you close your eyes, you might see more. It all depends on where your avatar is and how much memory is lost. It's getting the memory back. That's all it is. So it's kind of like everything that you've collected, you're getting back to its avatar system. This is fifth dimensional of opening line position location to its awakening. So Chris, Ellen, Taryn, Val, how you doing? Sharon, Airbender, Aaron, how's it going, Vermin? Okay, Michael, Adam, Trey. All right, Akila. Thank you, Jill. Make sure you're balanced, grounded, inner child, hydrating, drinking water, getting in your structures. Laura, how's it going? Terry, how's it going? Amber. Chris. North Star, yep. You guys are in Olympia. Olympus. The Olympians. The Greek gods. The goddesses. The gods, the demigods, all there to help you out. That was already done in frequency there, Nikki. You changed the timelines, making sure you understand. 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. So let's see here. Ground engaged. Yeah. Earlier, they spin the close to the eyes. They open the one spot in the rotation like a North Star, keeping your compass in north and your golden compass. That's good. In connection, I'm recharging, clearing all might. Whoosh. So many energies coming through. Both did. Great. My heart is North Star. Have a new bridge. Good. So you're giving your possibilities what the avatar needs. So it's like putting the pieces and puzzles together. I keep saying to everybody, knowing exactly why you're on the North Star, East Star, West Star, South Star. So each day we'll go through all that. You have to go through your diamond core because it's connecting the levels of your heart reactor. Right? So you have to understand the alpha waves, the delta, the theta, the beta, and the mega. Right? That's the connections all levels. See? Now it's back in balance. Right? So it's all about sequencing locations of balance positions and what the computer needs to understand. Right? That's why it's unstable. Okay? There's a fascinating conditions where I was yesterday. I was at the ATM and I had to channel in 5 times because it didn't understand my patterns, didn't understand my electrical lights, didn't understand my code signals. I had to set up whole different program setting, position, location, and calculations. So this journey is standing that the ATM is always in a different code. It's always different rotation, different circulation. It's always in a different particle system because it's a different day. Not only that, but they understand positions, how many times people use that machine, time frequency, time codes. I had to come back in the calculation, bring my energy track down in position locations to that system. Set up new code signal location digital framing of its clocking system. So you have to be careful what you're doing with your energies because you can overload your circuits to its position. So the self Great. Excellent. Fine. Sonar, pulse, reflection, signals, Janus stability, music. All right. Well, it helps to reference point spaced. Okay. Let's see. Olympus. Yeah. Go team go. Yeah. Space time is okay. Great. Excellent. It's fantastic. It's pretty there. Yeah. Yeah. And then position location in the morning. Yeah, it's mostly for the position locations for the new viewers. You have to understand how to travel through your GODs, which is all levels of electronic line connections. You are teleportation units. You have to learn how to use the geographical system of its avatar, people, right? So that's the point I'm trying to get across with everybody. Why you have to understand these things, how to use that through perception. So standing at the gate, the base of the mountain. Okay, water is getting the ground. Why say Grand Rising instead? Okay, Jilly is here. Everyone who travel. Figure that we're going to what? Wonderful. I was reading about communicating, hydrate. Don't forget to breathe. Very important to breathe. See the temple with the golden figures. Oh, that's all they were buying. Nice robes, everyone. Have you ever channeled them winds and channeling some wind stuff? Wild stuff. Last night. All right, connection interference. Purple robes. Great. Breathe, people. Breathe. Stay in the center. Operation to position. I see the garden, also the irrigation system. I can see class going on. Downloading scrolls. The crowns. Message. Mostly I found out if I get my mind unthinkable test. I can take a moment to breathe. Yes, breathe. Drink your water. Okay. New blue hands. New space program through the waters. Oh, you're welcome, Alan. I'm not seeing, but the pressure on my crown is intense. That's a good start, Val. That's a true understanding in position. So this is all about more releasing your inner child. Okay, so I'm going to interline your position location, inner child, position location, avatar. Get direct signal locations of Olympus to Val communications. Get her to see all levels. Release the pressure from her crown in position and let her see what she needs to see through frame of imagination. All right. So Val, you're in a better position location of calculation. You just have to understand what the avatar needs, the direction. It's full communication of telepathy from one to another, right? Because it's you. It's you. It's you communicating with you, but in the higher level of its mind of space. All right. So there you go. DJ, how you doing? X, yes, the DJ Space Monk. Cool. Excellent. All Greek gods are here. Yeah. Holy pass. Nice Batman. Doing energy wash, being handed lightning, patted back, and Buddhism. Yeah. And then a tattoo across my stomach. Okay. It's interesting. Next to my other sales. Okay, so everything is given to you through memory of gifts. And those gifts are what? A dimensional door opening up. More memory of the avatar, the more understanding you come into position to the now collective system. So, road and the staff, they comfort me. I have a mission, keep having a dream about the raven god. Yeah, well, understand what that means to you. I'm in the grass, in the mountain, I'm in the water, in the sandal, I'm in the robes. Zeus is handling me a scroll. Excellent. We are huge, feeling the energies of each of us here. It's almost overwhelming. I'm present. That's what it is, Elaine, staying in the present. hear the North Star much better. I now understand the frequency much better. I can hear. And that's the thing too, which that's great, Airbender, that you're connected to the levels of North Star, knowing exactly the frequency, the energy, the vibrations, the intelligence, the coloration, the lights, the channel, the operation, the sun, the communications, the moon. Every intelligence has its own position of the sun and the moon, guys. Now, if you understand the energy, the track line centers, you understand everything, the frequencies and its harmonics, you're on your way. You know exactly you are there at Olympus because you got the right connections to balance, right? That's confusion with humanity because they don't understand the waving system of calculations, right? But it has to be in all resonance pattern location to its heart of its reactor. So upgrading the poly. Oh, hi, how's it going? Johnny. Butterfly, angel, in fact. Whoa, scrolls say. I see giants walking around. North stars in my heart. It's upgrading. Cool. Socrates. Yep. Yep. Socrates is there. He's a channel line interference. So it's all about general has balance with everything of space time. So I can calculate, modify, and basically balance all levels of frequencies to where you need to go. That's the connection that you need. But the avatar has to understand all memory first, because it doesn't understand the memory. How's it going to understand anything through frequency or anything through its energy or harmonics, or its vibrations? So seeing myself playing with different apothecary bottles, making love positions, Aphrodite. Yep. Okay. Just seems Zeus handed me a scroll in Frontier right when you said that. Exactly. I'm rooting myself. Yeah. Your music. Thank you, Johnny. Our son is getting new triangles and so many. I'm so grateful. I understand the connection at all levels of you, Ellen. It's getting you a better position. Why are you getting calculations of the sun? And why are you getting so many levels of different triangles? You have to understand the programs, all levels of the avatar. And that's how you balance everything through connections of frequency. So it's a lot to learn. Sitting on the edge of the water fountain, making the potions. How to carry bottles, scrolls are off to the left side of the bottles. Swimming in the pool. Now with the dolphins, receiving downloads. Oh, great. Excellent. So in our rainbow butterflies, clearing all. Yeah, I'm a bird, I'm a boat, I'm a guardian, high five. Staff of the flame, lit to guide the way. Excellent. Let's explore that. There you go, sister. We are doing better than we think. Yeah, well, you need confirmation there, Ellen. And what better way to get it from Olympus? Come along, Terry. It's beautiful. I'm so thankful for how much I'm feeling this moment. I'm everything here. Birds in a garden opposite from the fountain, behind the fountain. Behind me is the Tao, behind 3 pyramids along the shore, pretty river. Caught an airbender with my hand. I have knowledge to my system. Yeah, plasma rainbow butterfly, full protection for all. Wow, tearing up for all. You stronger green sonar waves. Awesome detail. Yes. So you guys get into more detail, and that's what it is. It's balancing the avatar of what you're seeing, hearing, and voicing. Right? Use your energy pods and start opposition locations. When I was in my transformation for the very first time, I was extremely confused because I was still dwelling in the past of the physical line, which was still 100%. And then I realized when I woke up, I went into 100% of the avatar line center. But in position locations, I went right into 1200 positions of the brainwave pattern. So the conceptual line center gave me to the keys to the universe right away. Boom. Right to the universe. Energy, vibration, frequencies, harmonic resistance. I had to understand all position location and how to balance everything. And everything that I saw had its own frequency, coloration, and light through its intelligence, people. It's all modified through all signals of time position, time frames, time calculations, time zones, anything through its clocking system, to its conditions. right? This is how you understand the importance why the avatar has to remember all timelines of its intelligence, because you've been all formations of male and female aspects of yourself in your timeline. This is the division of 5-dimensional line connections of its telepathy waves coming into the male and the female aspects of 1% of the physical line of balance. So that's why it's so powerful for everybody to get there through the avatar. Hooah. So water, very crucial. It's formative in all positions. You have water inside you. It's traveling. You have water. The more you drink water, the more you surface faster. You can really get into more faster downloads. There's tips and trades that you can get out of that conditions. But it seems that you guys are on your way to success, becoming who you are. So that's good. Codes from the sundials, the energy stream beams me and my avatar. One circle around sundials, we can send directed energies to humanity together. There's sun, our guidance. Yeah. You all are giving something. You just have to know how to use it. You're all presented to power rections of time, people. More understand that through calculations, more through memory. So you guys keep in position of Olympus, and I will get in position locations on levels of how we get into the GOD. All right. It's interesting at high centers as position locations. All right. Interference line position locations. Coming to high line center. What does this represent to you? Location, right? What is this? Crisscross line center locations to what? DOG. Dog. Look at that. That's a pattern right there. Right? There's a pattern right there. You see how I cross the signals? Line signal location. Okay. Add a flux capacitor. Okay. Add a ground center. Okay. Add a rotation of ground and interference location. Add a position of circle line center in position to the operation to position. Right? You travel through it to its condition. Ooh-ah. So this is how you use alphabetical line change. Alphabetical line change from GOD to dog in position to a level of flux capacitor to the power line center position to its ground line center of its crop circle. Travel through it through a 12-line position. So it's amazing how you put letters, numbers, and shapes all together, guys. All right? Pretty wild, right? Now you go through symbols. I love symbols. Symbols represent a lot. We get a calculation all over position. This is a symbol. That's a symbol. Now, you can have a symbol and you can add the symbol. Gets complicated, right? Gets complicated, right? Now, but understand this is one energetic bubble communication of sonar. Sonar interference line position locations. Calculate all levels of position location at track line center of 3, 6, and 9. Okay? So if you look really close, you can actually see what it is. You can actually see what it is. If you look really close, it's connections to the ocean, which is all levels of position of a fish. See the fish? The eyes, sonar line center. Come in position locations in a 369 pattern. Sonar line center and position locations. Now, it gets interesting, I'll tell you that. You go for 3 line centers. You got sonar interference location alpha waves in communications. You got 6 position location delta waves, and you got 9 position locations of omega. Communication high center location positions changes the track of its fish to a higher vibration of a higher frequency location of its ocean. Ooh, all through 3, 6, and 9. So it's interesting how we do these things in calculations, right? It's amazing how you change a symbol into a fish. It's interesting how you do these things, right? It's all done through calculation. Line graph interference and program setting position locations. Okay, line graph. This is a line graph. Doesn't look like much until it becomes something. Everything wants to be something, all right? So, comes in position locations. If you look really, really close, you can actually see the connections. There's a graph line center, change rotation interference and position, cross signal location to its connections. See the colors can change? You see it? Now it's coming into hologram structure. You see it? Airbender will like this. You see the graph line centers? 1, 2, 3 graph position locations at calculation. Now, center up positionalized centers. You can set a platform interference position location to calculations. It's all about channeling line center connections. All right, so as we come in position locations, I can add another channel system, cross signal to its connections. All right, now it splits position all levels of track interference to compilation 1 center position locations. See how it changed position location? So it's no longer 3, it's 4. No, it's no longer 4, it's 5. So once you change position location, it changes its channel of its rotation system. See? See how I changed that position location? Let's change the coloration channel. Let's go into red circle location to its connections. High position is high value in connections, right? Now you can line strip its position location to its direction, to its connection. See that? Okay, so you go into this, in this position. You got a circle line center position. Changing frame by frame by frame by frame. Calculation modifications to its high system. So you can use an octopus, high line center, channel line center position, dimensional line interference line positions. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 position locations at time center. Okay, you can change position location and direction. See that? Change position of direction right there. In calculations, modify signal location to its connections, high level channels, rotation center position. You can change the coloration back in position locations, or you can change it with another coloration line center, dimensional interference to its position location. All right. So it's amazing how you add things. Now I can do an off position locations, the galaxies off the line system locations. The avatar has stand position location and calculations. Now secure line defense comes into 12 line center, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 position location to direction, right? Now, once you come into position locations, you can center up the high line system, change all coloration patterns into position. You can do anything through a level system, all right? So you go in the center position here. That's you in the center, right? And you can travel through it. There you go. So it's amazing how you set things up all through size graph location, your connections. 12-dimensional line center locations, all point system locations, right, to its graphic system of its compilation. Ooh, I'm just showing you how you can add formations. So it's important you understand what you're doing through the avatar structure because it gets complicated over time. So it's very confusing if you don't know what this is because it's nothing but travel. So I travel through this through its drawing, but I'm not drawing. It's the avatar traveling. So don't get confused with that. Okay. So it's amazing how you add frame to frame to frame to frame to frame to frame to frame. And each frame that you change is everything to calculations to the sun, to the moon, and you through fluctuation line conditions. Now I can change position locations, right, to the ground line center, right away. Right, there's the ground. Now I can change position to the center line condition. See that? Now I can set up a fluctuation of another channel position, right? And basically you activate it in position location, right? Now it just changes line center. So it directs locations back in the center position. All right, radiation line center interference travels through, right through position location, right? Or it can go through all around the high line center clocking location of diamond core position, right? So it's in position location of calculations, right? So you come into plasma line center. Let's change the coloration line position location color, right? So let's go into all levels of blue. There's it is. There's the plasma line center in position locations, all right? Now, electrical light in position line center changes everything position, location, coloration. Heat connections, right? Different operation system location to its connections, right? Now, understand position location comes into a lot of position. And you travel through it. All through equation. All right. So you always have to use the flux capacitor. It's all position location to where it is to the calculation low level. You have the operation line center, change coloration line position to its calculation. Right? Change position locations. Right? So again, you can change that again, and you can do a block line center. Now it's kind of like spider legs, but it's right? Changes the rotors right away. Rotor interference line connections, all levels connects all levels of flywheel in connections. It's amazing how you use anything through animal line center interference location of legs, plasma line interference line position location and calculation in position, right? Changes all levels of its operation. Okay. Changes position location in calculation, right? So I'm just showing you how powerful it is when you do these things. Graphs. Every time I'm traveling, I'm adding, right? So it's very powerful when you connect our levels of travel, right? To its equation. So all right, so where are we here? All right. Much bigger grid lines. Well, blown away on scope. See how my bandwidth is better now. And that's it. You guys come more in your bandwidths. Right, that positions to a level. So you see more through a data frame. A data frame is position of view of what your E-fields are. How far can you reach? How far can you understand? How far can you relate? How far can you go? You know, it's all about your force line positions, right? You're in a compilation of a square or a diamond or a circle, a star, whatever you want position location. But it's amazing how you grasp the situation to its avatar. It's in balancing everything through calculations, all levels of travel or anything through. It's a venting system locations. So. All right. So I hope everybody had fun. Yes, thank you, Amber, for that confirmation. Just know how powerful you guys are. Never forget who you are in position, location, and calculations. You guys are intelligent, you're genius, and always informed. It's all coming back into the avatar of its frequency location to its memory. All right. Tomorrow we go to the West Star Systems. Adios.